Chasing Gains Radio, the insatiable quest for constant progression. Chasing is the act of pursuing. Gains is the result or positive outcome. Chasing Gains Radio. Here's your host, Cody McAuliffe. Hey guys, this is going to be a video log on how Snapchat is actually changing the fitness industry. So yeah, the majority of you will ask, isn't Snapchat that little app that has the ghost on it and people send dick pics or nude pictures to it and it disappears? Yes, that was what originally it took off for. However, there are a few new additions to it that make it the best business building and application and the best application to be able to make changes in the fitness industry. So why is that? Number one, we're going to talk about My Story, the part of that. So what happens on My Story is you can post a picture with a comment or whatever, and it only lasts a certain period of time. So this is actually going to change the fitness industry, and why is that? Because it's going to highlight the amount of work that actual people do throughout the day to be able to improve their health and fitness. People are going to see exactly what they're eating. If they're following something with it, like if it fits your macros, they're going to have the macros on there and showing that they're actually hitting their macros and showing what it actually takes to be able to achieve goals. What we will always see at the moment is just a before and an after photo of a challenge. Now we can kind of see constant updates that aren't very long. Like if you're looking at a complete like video blog series or something, that's a long period of time. It's a lot of time investment to be able to get like the maximum out of it. These are just short little clips throughout the day that people can watch and document their journey and have almost like a video log daily of what they're going through. So if they're working towards health and fitness goals, looking to lose weight, building muscle, doing a competition preparation, then they can document their entire journey. Every meal that they have, every workout that they do, they can document that and share that and help inspire other people. And that's where it all comes down to. It has the power to be able to inspire lots and lots and lots and lots more people to be able to improve their health and fitness. Because if you actually see someone doing the work, that's going to inspire someone else to be able to do the work as well. If you just see a before photo and an after photo, then you don't see the work that people have been putting in. If you see someone who's Snapchatting their story, you might not see any kind of results to start off with, but they keep going because they're motivated, because they're inspiring other people by doing the work. And then down the track, you can look back and see all the work that they put in previously because you've seen the process, and then you see the outcome as well. Instead of having this massive disconnect between starting point, start of the challenge, end of the challenge. You see the entire journey all along the way and see the process so that people can actually understand what it takes to be successful in whatever they do. So whether that's like building a business, working on their health and fitness goals, regardless, people actually see what it takes and that commitment that they need to be able to get the results. There's no magic pill. There's no one program that's going to suit everybody. So people should stop looking for that kind of thing, and they should be understanding that it's going to take hard, consistent work. It's not going to be every kind of perfect little thing along the way, but those compounded kind of results is what you're going to get the result, and people are going to see that it's going to take that consistent work over a long period of time to get the results. And it might not be visual to start off with. A lot of the things that happen when you're doing like a weight loss or any kind of body composition changing, comp prep, whatever it is, you don't see instantaneous results. It takes a period of time. The results, the most visual results come at that point, at the start and at the end. During the process, you don't even notice changes most of the time. It's people that you know notice the changes. The people around you, your associates, anything like that, they're going to notice the changes before you do because it's just kind of your new normal. And then you can kind of see that starting point to that end point. That's where you see the difference. So how else is it changing the industry? So everyone's starting to put out more and more content. So there's more content created now. I think it's every 2 or 3 days than there was created for the entire time before 2010 or something. The entire 2003, I think it was. I can't remember the numbers. But anyway, so if we think about 2003, the entire time before that, thousands and thousands of years, all the content that was created then, that's created every 3 days at the moment on the internet because everyone's posting so much stuff. Everything's getting, everyone's throwing stuff on the internet, their stories, whatever it is, YouTube clips, everything like that, writing blogs. Everyone's doing that now. So it's just becoming white noise, not people just stop listening to that kind of thing. So that's where Snapchat means if you're doing a one-on-one message to someone, it's got a chance of disappearing. So that means you have to watch it, otherwise you're going to lose it forever. And the fear of missing out is huge. People are going to actually pay attention to those individual messages that you send out, because if they don't, they're going to lose it forever. And people don't want to be missing out on something. If someone's taking the time to send someone an individual message or reply to a question that someone has, like if you're a fitness professional and you throw out to your Snapchat followers to ask questions to you, if you send an individual response to people, then they're going to listen to it. If you compare that to, say, Facebook, if you do the same kind of thing on Facebook, you throw out an example of answering someone's question on Facebook, they might not get that. And if you tag them in it, then they might get it. Yeah, awesome. But the majority of people aren't going to see most posts on Facebook. So we'll talk about Facebook and its limitations at the moment. So what happens is, with Facebook, it's very limited. So you can have content that you put there. If you have a Facebook fan page, it changes, but anywhere between like 6 and 11% of your fans are going to see that. If it's viral, then more people will see that. However, it's getting harder and harder to create and reverse engineer viral content to be able to do that. You can boost it by paying for stuff. However, that's not optimal because it's not necessarily targeted as well to what you're doing. And if you're boosting every single post that you do, that's not necessarily an efficient use of your money to be able to get the best return on investment for your business. So with Facebook, you've got that limited amount of people that are going to see it. If you have the same content in a story on Snapchat, highly consumable because it's video or just a photo, highly consumable, so people actually want to consume it. It's very easy, very time consuming. It's going to stop them reading through lots of stuff. And the majority of people actually watch that. If only 10% of the people see it, how many people are actually going to click through to that same video that you would post onto Facebook? There's just not that many people that are going to literally go through every single one of their friends, look at their Facebook page every single day, because the majority of people now follow hundreds of different pages. There's no way that you can go to every single one of those pages, go through every single one of their posts that they put out. And that's kind of how Facebook works. It has like a filter in it, so it filters out what it doesn't think you like. So that every time you like something on Facebook, this is how it works. It's called EdgeRank. So how EdgeRank works is, if you like something on Facebook, that means that you like it and you'll want to see stuff similar to that in the future. So if you like someone's comment, like someone's post on Facebook, that means that their posts are going to come up in the future in your feed. If there's someone you haven't talked to in like a year or something, a lot of their stuff isn't going to come up in your feed because it hasn't been deemed relevant to what you want. So there's always going to be like a random post that comes in randomly just to be able to keep the content coming around. But that's kind of how Facebook works. If you got every single piece of content, people wouldn't go to Facebook because there's just too much stuff getting put on there. Most people have about 300 or 400 friends now, anywhere up to 1,000. If you saw 1,000 different posts every single day, and some people are posting multiple times a day, there is no way that you could go through all that content and you just give up. You go scroll, 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 that's it, I'm done. So what's happened now is, as well, because there's so much content on Facebook, all you do is this. When someone's on Facebook, they're scrolling like this. And if you've got some great content there, the chances of someone going straight past it are extremely high. You've got to stop, go back, have a look, that looks interesting, I'm going to go to that. However, you skip past 20, 30, 40 posts of things that you apparently like without going over it. So if you find something that you like and you like it, that means that kind of stuff's going to come up again. However, if you're posting great content, you're trying to build a business using Facebook, it's not going to be that great. You're going to get some interaction, you're going to get some benefit from it, and it definitely has its place. However, to be able to drive and increase your positive impact on the world, Facebook is not necessarily the best option because it's not being consumed. If you look at Snapchat with the My Story thing, you can see how many people have actually viewed what you posted, and that gives you a good indication because they've actually consumed it, they can't necessarily just like not view it. So you can see how many people have viewed it. So you can kind of see the people that are actually interacting with the content that you're putting out there. And the entire point is to be able to put content out there so it actually spreads and has a positive impact on the world. That's the entire point behind any kind of social media, especially for business. If you're not working on making a difference within the fitness industry as a personal trainer, as an athlete, whatever it is, if you're not making a positive impact on other people, then what are you doing it for then? The whole point is to be able to inspire other people to improve their health and fitness as well. Whether you're a trainer, whether you're an athlete, whether you're just a gym goer, that's what you should be doing. So we've talked about Facebook, we've talked about Snapchat a little bit, we're going to talk about Instagram now. So the key differences between Instagram and Snapchat are, with Instagram, it's everyone knows that you can put filters on Instagram, so that's completely different. Yes, you can put some filters on Snapchat. However, what happens is it's content that you're constantly posting, so you can't have a Photoshop person following you around every single day, taking professional photos of you and uploading them to Snapchat all day, every day. It's just impossible. Some people may be able to do that, professional athletes or something along those lines, but the majority of people who are actually just trying to make a difference in the fitness industry and inspire other people, whether an athlete, just a gym goer, whatever it is, they can't do that. So it shows exactly the real life kind of aspect of people. There's no touch-ups. You might have a filter on it just to change the color of something, but there's no massive touch-ups. There's only a few things that you can really do. And that creates more authenticity in the message you're trying to get across, which should be to try and inspire other people. There are similarities between Instagram and Snapchat in the video concept. The video concept is very short. It's only 10 seconds for Snapchat. It's 15 seconds for Instagram. Again, with Snapchat, it's something that you're going to have to post as it happens, basically, or just after. With Instagram, you can kind of take a video and then post it whenever. You don't know if one of those posts has been, that photo or that video was taken 2 months ago. Snapchat is that instant social media where everything that you're doing as you go gets uploaded, and then it comes in a story form and follows people's actual lives, rather than just being, this is a photo shoot I did 6 months ago, throwback Thursday of my competition, body, blah, 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 whatever it is. You could be posting photos up from months ago that you've planned out to be able to post on Instagram. So there's a drawback to that. Snapchat, it just gives that more authenticity, so it's much more believable and it shows a true person for whoever they are. And this is going to come through. So there's going to be heaps of people that are going to get on Snapchat. It's going to show exactly who the people are that have good ethics and morals. There's still going to be people who are going to send nudes, whatever it's going to be able to do that. That just shows exactly the kind of people they are. That's not what I use Snapchat for. If they choose to do that, if they choose to only post selfies on Snapchat and show that it's all about them, then they're not going to have a following anyway. If you're going to go on Snapchat and post like an occasional selfie, hey, yeah, that's all well and good. But if you primarily focus on giving value to other people and helping them improve their lives and help them get what they're looking to achieve, then you're going to be able to build a following on Snapchat, and then you're going to be able to help them in their lives, and whatever your business is, chances are some of those people are going to end up being clients for you long term. But that's just a byproduct. The key point is to be adding value to people's lives. Now you might say, I'm just a gym goer. I don't have clients or anything like that. I can't add value to people's lives. If someone takes the time to be able to follow you, they're interested in what you do with your life. So by you posting content positively about what you're actually doing, how you're overcoming any problems that you have, anything you're doing with your training, your life, anything like that, someone's taking the time to follow you. They want to hear about you. And if you can give them the motivation to be able to improve their lives, then that's going to be an amazing asset for you in any kind of business, any kind of work that you do. You're going to be able to create networks of people who are going to be able to support you, whether you run a business or you just work for the government, whatever it is. Having that positive environment to be able to support you is going to be beneficial to everyone long term. So let's talk about Instagram and its ability to change people's behavior. So what happens is, when Instagram started, we've got a lot of like kind of Instagram fitness models and stuff like that. This has kind of had a bit of a negative impact on, say, the fitness industry, because people who don't necessarily know what they're talking about are doing meal plans, training programs for people who aren't necessarily qualified. Snapchat's going to change all of this, and that's because you cannot fake it for that long. You might be able to put out a photo or something, or show your body or something, or some result you got for one client or something like that. If you're using Snapchat, you cannot fake it. The people who have the highest level of skill, the highest level of service with whatever they do, that's going to show and come through in authenticity and knowledge that they give out for free on Snapchat. Snapchat has that ability to highlight that authenticity, people who have the right skills to be able to help people in no matter what the industry, whether it's fitness, whether it's real estate, whatever it is, it's going to come through and it's going to highlight, because you can fool what's the line? You can fool some of the people all the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. So, I think that's that, right? Oh well. Anyway, so here we go, authenticity, can't even remember the line. So, it's the same as Snapchat. It's not edited, so you get that authenticity, and you can actually see people that are these fitness models or Instagram models or Instagram trainers that are trying to talk the talk but aren't necessarily walking the walk. You can't hide on Snapchat. If you're posting regularly, then there's going to be that content all day, every day, and you're going to be posting exactly what you're doing. And if you're not doing what you say, what you preach, basically on Instagram, or using the products that you actually are promoting, which a lot of these Instagram kind of people are doing, they're promoting certain products which they don't necessarily use because they get paid for it. You're posting so much content on Snapchat that you can't necessarily hide that you don't use those kind of products, and it just brings into conscious awareness anyone that's not necessarily having integrity in what they do. Integrity gets shown in all the actions that you do, and if you have integrity, then that's going to show through in all the content that you put out on social media, especially Snapchat, because on Facebook, Instagram, you can kind of hide behind certain things. The way the platforms are set up, you can just post whatever you want on, say, Facebook, and it might not necessarily be what you subscribe to. With Snapchat, because it's such constant update of information and content, there's no way that you can really hide behind that long term. You have to be like a full-time professional actor in front of the camera compared to not on camera. So this is why I'm going all in on Snapchat this year. This is going to be the time for it to be able to take off and go as big as Instagram or Facebook, Twitter, those big social media platforms. It is at a tipping point where it's about to become so mainstream that everybody's going to be on it. Because you do have those people, it's not just that platform for people sending nudes, doing inappropriate things. Now, people who are actually producing awesome content, making a difference in the world, improving the fitness industry, whatever it is, they're posting stuff on there, and those people are the people that you want to listen to, and other people want to listen to them as well because they have the integrity. They're making a difference in the fitness industry, so that's why it's going to become the most powerful platform. You add to that the interaction that you can have with people one-on-one, which you can kind of have on Twitter as well, which is the truest social media platform. It's that combination of all of those. The fact that it's going to disappear just makes it this like perfect storm of a social media platform to be able to build relationships with potential clients, customers, friends, whoever that you meet on Snapchat. The amount of people that I've recently met and then seen them just walking down the street and they follow me on Snapchat, it's completely random. I don't think I've had that before. I've had that a few times with Instagram and stuff like that. But Snapchat, that interaction, and they feel like they almost know you because you're posting so much content and improving their lives in such a way that they're actually grateful for what you do, and they say, "Oh, I follow you on Snapchat. It's great. You're putting out heaps of amazing content. I'm inspired by you." Stuff like that. That's commonplace now. You get that a little bit if you're doing a competition or something on Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that. However, this is kind of everyday stuff because you're constantly posting and showing people that I might not be preparing for a competition, but I'm still eating healthily. I'm still hitting my macros, still training hard. I'm still working on making a difference in the fitness industry. And that is what it all comes back down to. If you have that passion for what you are doing, regardless of the industry, fitness, anything like that, then Snapchat is going to be a great place to be able to put out good content because it's, as I said, it's getting to that tipping point where the majority of people are going to start coming into Snapchat like they have with Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Each of those still have their pros and cons. Snapchat also has its pros and cons. Like if you send an individual message to someone and they miss it, it's gone forever. It's a drawback of it. So if you don't even reply to someone, they can get angry because you missed it, and you just might not forget about it. Again, it's not perfect, but if you learn to use it the right way, then you're going to be able to get amazing results for it. So the right way is have integrity with everything that you do, and you're going to do well on social media. Have integrity with everything that you do, and you're going to do well on Snapchat. If you don't have integrity, then it's going to highlight your lack of integrity, and it's going to be only a matter of time before people find you out. Tip number 2, focus on other people rather than yourself. If you're on Snapchat to build up your own self-esteem and post selfies all day, every day, you're not going to do well, because people can see that self-obsessed, arrogant kind of person, and if you're constantly posting that kind of stuff, people are just going to unfollow you. That's a good thing about it. They can just unfollow you. You're going to have a few followers that are just going to be following you for the hell of it, but you're not going to make a difference from that. If you're actually posting good content, focusing on getting content out there that's actually going to change people's lives, then you're going to make a proper difference in the fitness industry, and you're going to build more of a following. There's going to be even more people that are going to follow you and listen to what you have to say. If you're using that to be able to build business, then that's a long-term business gain, because you're going to create a following, and then long-term, once you've got to a point where you need to get clients, you're going to have people actually knocking on your door. So it can be used for business long-term. However, it's all about creating that extra value for people, giving out that content for free to be able to make that difference in the fitness industry or any kind of industry that you're in. And the third tip I have is be authentic. It's not about, with Instagram, it's very, very the best case scenario. People put on Facebook their holiday pictures, and it's the best part of their lives. Same with Instagram. If you're authentic, if you put up a shit selfie, you're more likely going to get people who think, awesome, they're a real person as well. They're not up on this kind of pedestal. With Snapchat, there's no way that you can edit every single kind of post, all the content that you're putting out there, so it becomes a lot more authentic. A lot of the times, if I stuff up something, I did a Snapchat today, and I was driving, and the Google Maps said 500 meters ahead, turn left or something. I didn't edit that out because it just shows that I'm a real person as well. I still need to use my Google Maps to be able to get around to places, and it shows that authenticity is going to be the key. So people are going to actually relate to me more by leaving that in than having this perfect little video. Everything's timed perfectly, fits perfectly, and my makeup's done perfectly. I don't even wear makeup, but you get the point. So that authenticity is going to be critical when doing anything on Snapchat. So they're the 3 tips. That's why Snapchat's going to change the face of the fitness industry, because it's going to push those Instagram trainers who don't necessarily know what they're doing into the light, and it's going to highlight that their lack of skills aren't necessarily that good, and the people who actually do have the skills, the knowledge, the capability to be able to help people are going to be putting out that good content on Snapchat. It's going to be consumed compared to not on Facebook, and it's going to make that huge difference to the fitness industry. This is going to be my massive prediction for 2016. Snapchat's going to grow, and it's going to keep growing and growing and growing, and it's going to get to a point where it's going to be as big as Facebook, Instagram, and those kind of things. It's only a matter of time there. A lot of the key players in the social media kind of industry are going all in on Snapchat, because they can kind of see there's enough people in there that it's going to get to that tipping point where it maxes out and everyone's going to be on it. It's still in its infancy, so a lot of the average age that are actually on Snapchat is still pretty low. So between, say, 13 and 29, I think it is at the moment, is the main demographic. But every day that's slowly getting higher and higher and higher, and this is exactly what happened with Facebook when it first came out. When Facebook first came out, it was just college students. That's all that was using it. Now the average kind of people that are joining Facebook are 40 to 60-year-olds. because everyone else is on it, and it's those last kind of people. Every kind of social media platform, every kind of change, it ages up, and it's slowly increasing. So not long ago, it was only like 13 to 23-year-olds. Now it's up to 29-year-olds. And every day it's slowly getting higher and higher and higher because everyone seems to be getting on it to be able to use it, to be able to make that difference in whatever they're doing and inspire other people. And it's only going to grow from here. It's got plenty of potential left, and it's aging up every single day. So it has the biggest potential to change people's lives. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check me out on Snapchat, Cody the PT. And be sure to share and like this podcast to help spread the Chasing Gains movement. If you have any questions or comments on this podcast, be sure to hit me up. Use the Chasing Gains radio hashtag to let me know. Thanks again for watching. Check out me on Snapchat.